Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Stock Bros podcast. My name is Tony. So today we're going to talk about one of the hottest IPOs in years, Coinbase. And this is going to be Coinbase 101, Coinbase for beginners, and we're going to talk about the significance of Coinbase. But first, I wanted to say how excited I am. I finally have a course available on Udemy. I've been working hard on it. It's the Financial Literacy and Investing 101 course. And it's the ABCs of finance and investing, and you'll learn about all the basic information you need before you start investing. And it's actually really good for people that are still new too, that don't fully understand the stock market terminology. You can check out the details in the video description below. It's very affordable. I attached the coupon code because you guys are awesome and I appreciate all the support. So, and as always, this podcast is going to be free. So let's get into Coinbase. So what is Coinbase? Well, Coinbase was actually founded in 2012, and Coinbase is just a cryptocurrency exchange. So Coinbase went public today with a direct listing on the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is the second largest stock exchange in the United States, only to the New York Stock Exchange. So the New York Stock Exchange is actually the largest in the United States. And a stock exchange is just basically a place where you go to buy your stocks, where companies are listed, and your broker is the middleman. So to find Coinbase on the stock exchange, it's under the ticker symbol COIN, coin. Pretty simple, right? Now, Coinbase is the first major direct listing on the NASDAQ. So what does this mean? Well, traditionally, when a company wants to be listed on the stock exchange and they want to be a publicly traded company, the company will use an IPO process to raise money. Well, Coinbase didn't need to raise money because many analysts were predicting that Coinbase was going to come to the market with a $100 billion market cap, which is incredible. And actually, we know today that it actually did come with a $102 billion market cap upon its first listing. And this is amazing because this immediately puts Coinbase as a large cap company. So a large cap company is a company that's valued between 10 billion and 200 billion. And market cap is just simply the share price multiplied by how many shares are actually available. And your market cap is just the value of a company based on the stock market. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have anything really to do with book value. It's more market value. So why is Coinbase a big deal? Well, Coinbase is the largest crypto platform in the United States and the second largest in the world to Binance. So they base these stats on trading volume in a 24-hour period. And that's a huge deal because it's giving cryptocurrencies more and more legitimacy. And when investors see the largest crypto exchange in the US become a publicly traded company, it signals a boost of confidence and a sense that crypto is here to stay. I even saw a study on Yahoo Finance that suggests that despite its high volatility and a 1% allocation in Bitcoin would actually be beneficial, because a lot of these new financial analysts are saying that Bitcoin and crypto actually bears resemblance to gold, and it actually has zero correlation with other asset classes. So they're trying to, basically what they're saying is they're starting to view Bitcoin and crypto like gold, and they're suggesting that it actually has gotten to the point of being a store of wealth or a store of value. So time will tell. It's really hard to dispute or to actually agree with at this time, and many actually will dispute this. And a store of wealth or a store of value is just a hedge against inflation and a hedge against the US dollar and other currencies in the world. And this is because recently we've printed like 25% of the money ever created in the United States within the last year. So that's a pretty incredible number. And a lot of investors are worried about inflation, and they're worried that the dollar is actually depreciated and your buying power won't be worth as much in a few years. So the theory is if they put money into crypto, and especially Bitcoin that has a market cap, you can't just create more because there's a cap. So that makes it more rare and more valuable because it's more scarce and there's less in the market. So how does Coinbase make money? Well, Coinbase makes 90% of their profits from transaction fees, and they do have some high transaction fees. So meaning anytime you make a trade on Coinbase, you're going to get charged. If you buy or sell crypto, you get charged. Their fees are higher than other crypto exchanges, but they do this because they tout world-class cybersecurity. So according to Forbes, the company had an amazing Q1 in 2021 with an estimated revenue of $1.8 billion. $1.8 billion in one quarter. And Q1 is just the first 3 months of the year. And the number of active traders more than doubled from the previous quarter, meaning Q4 of last year. And it went from 2.8 million to 6.1 million active traders in just a quarter. So this is pretty astonishing stats. So they definitely are a real company. This is not a meme stock. They have a fundamental business model and they have good financial metrics. So it is something worth looking at. And should you buy Coinbase? Well, I can't just tell you to buy because I'm not a financial advisor. I can give you the pros and the cons, and you can decide for yourself. And the financial metrics show Coinbase is very strong. I see Coinbase as a way to invest in Bitcoin or crypto if you're afraid of buying Bitcoin or crypto. And I would say the biggest threat to Coinbase is actually government regulation. And cryptos are decentralized, so there is no legal protections like you have with stocks and other securities on major stock exchanges. And you have regulations, hackers. These are all serious things that can hurt cryptocurrencies and the actual crypto exchanges themselves. I'm also not sure if Coinbase will be able to continue with the business model that most of their revenue is actually coming from trading fees. I don't think that's a sustainable business model. They may need to pivot. And like we saw with when Robinhood came along and actually gave traders a platform where there's no fees, you don't have to pay a transaction per trade. And it was a game changer because all the other major brokerages in the world had to capitulate and do the same exact thing that Robinhood did, or they're going to lose a lot of users to this new platform. So I'm wondering if Coinbase, something like that is going to happen to Coinbase, and they could potentially lose some revenue based on that. But I assume that they have a lot of smart people running that company and they will find a way to pivot. The bottom line is if you believe in the staying power of crypto and you believe crypto is the future, but you're nervous about the direction or you're nervous about directly buying crypto, then maybe Coinbase is something you can actually consider buying instead of having direct exposure to a cryptocurrency because you're concerned about volatility. So these are all things to consider if you're going to buy Coinbase. I would say the problem with buying IPOs right off the bat is a lot of it is pump and dump, meaning experienced investors and hedge funds will dump a ton of money in, and retail investors will start buying it because they're seeing it going up. And then the next thing you know, a couple hours or a couple days later, the price comes crashing back down. So it might be a good idea to protect yourself and wait a couple days before you jump in. And it is valued over $100 billion, which is astonishing because the last, as far as I can tell, I did some research on this, the last IPO that went over 100 billion market cap to start out was Airbnb, but it's very rare that that happens because it puts a company right off the bat into a large cap market. And it almost, I mean, they could double and become a mega cap very quickly. And I could also see Coinbase within the next year or two. I know it's shocking, but I could see them joining the S&P 500 and going the route of a Tesla, but doing it in a much faster manner. So we'll see. Time will tell. Just be careful if you're going to buy any Coinbase. Set a market limit order and to protect yourself. And just know that swing traders and hedge funds could potentially use this as a pump and dump situation. So just be careful. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. And don't forget to check out my course in the description below and also my other links as well. Thank you so much.